Hey everyone, it's Dr. Ken Kunz from New Jersey Literacy Association bringing you another Wonder Wednesday for today's story time. Our affirmation for today is a quote that reminds us to dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. I hope that you connect with this quote as we read today's beautiful story. Before we begin today's story, I want to give a shout out to Simon & Schuster for extending their permissions to teachers throughout the summer. Thanks for giving us the permission to read aloud this beautiful story. I also want to give shout outs to Alana, Felipe, Amal, and Hajar. These were students who reached out this last week to let us know how they're reading and writing at home. I dedicate this story to you. Sulwe is written by Lupita Nyong'o, illustrated by Vashti Harrison. Sulwe was born the color of midnight. She looked nothing like her family, not even a little, not even at all. Mama was the color of dawn, Baba the color of dusk, and Mish, her sister, was the color of high noon. Hardly anyone at school looked like Sulwe either. People gave her sister, Mish, pet names like Sunshine and Ray and Beauty. People gave Sulwe names like Blackie and Darky and Night. Sulwe felt hurt every time, so she hid away while her sister made lots of friends. Sulwe dreamed of being the same color as her sister. She wanted real friends too. So she got the biggest eraser she could find and tried to rub off a layer or two of her darkness. That hurt. She crept into Mama's room and helped herself to her makeup. Oh no, she would hear about this from Mama. Sulwe decided to work from the inside out and ate only the lightest, brightest foods. With a stomach ache, she went to bed early and turned to God for a miracle. Dear Lord, why do I look like midnight when my mother looks like dawn? Please make me as fair as the parents I'm from. I want to be beautiful, not just to pretend. I want to have daylight. I want to have friends. If you hear me, my Lord, and would like to comply, may I wake up as bright as the sun in the sky. Amen. When Mama came in to wake her for school the next morning, Sulwe rose to find not a trace of daylight in her midnight skin. Sulwe told Mama everything. Mama asked, "What is your name?" "Sulwe," she muttered. "And what does it mean?" "Star," Sulwe whispered. "Brightness is not in your skin, my love. Brightness is just who you are. As for beauty," Mama said, rubbing Sulwe's stomach the way she always did to comfort her, "you are beautiful." Sulwe sighed. "Well, you are beautiful to me, but you can't rely on what you look like to make you feel beautiful, my sweet. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. It begins with how you see yourself, not how others see you. Now up you get and out you go." How could she, as dark as she was, have brightness in her? How could she have beauty when no one but her mom seemed to see it? How could she be a star? That night, a shooting star appeared at Sulwe's window. "The night sent me," the star said. "Come with me." Sulwe hopped onto the star, and off they went. "Long ago, at the beginning of time," said the star, "there was night and day, and they were sisters. They loved each other very much, but people didn't treat the sisters the same. People gave Day pet names like Lovely and Nice and Pretty. People gave Night names like Scary and Bad and Ugly. She felt hurt every time. Well, Night got fed up and walked right off the earth. Day stayed behind and enjoyed making everybody happy in the sun. But then Day grew too long. Day began to really miss her sister. So did everybody else. There had to be a way to get her back. Day set off to find Night, and she did. "I miss you," said Day. "I miss you too," said Night. "But you don't know what it's like to be treated badly for being dark." "You're right, I don't," Day replied. "But what I do know is that we need you just the way you are. Come and see." Night returned and the people rejoiced. "We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that we can grow and dream and keep our secrets to ourselves." The stars chimed in. "Brightness isn't just for daylight. Light comes in all colors, and some light can only be seen in the dark." While day had a golden glow, with night everything had a silver sheen, elegant and fine. Day told her sister, "When you are darkest is when you are most beautiful. It's when you are most you." Could it be that night did not need to change? Not even a little? Not even at all? Now that night and day were back together, a little bit of night returned to day in the form of shadows, and a little bit of day returned to night in the form of moonlight. They were inseparable from that moment on, and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. "You see," the star explained, "we need them both on their sunniest day and their darkest night, and every shade in between. Together, they make the world we know, light and dark, strong and beautiful." Sulwe rose the next morning beaming. There would be no hiding anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark and beautiful, bright and strong. And if she ever needed a reminder of her brightness, she could look up at the sky on the darkest night to see for herself. Sulwe felt beautiful inside and out. As we think about this story, I want you to think about how good readers use traits to describe characters by rereading to connect. I went back and I reread the story, not once, not twice, but 3 times because it's such a beautiful story. And I started to think about connecting with the character. When we connect with the character, first, we can think about why we care about the character. I really care about Solway in this story because at the very beginning, she feels awful and she's really just trying to make friends. And you can really empathize with how she's feeling. What makes the character unique is that she has beautiful dark skin and she looks different than all of her friends at school and even her own family. We can also think about whether or not the character helps us become better people. And I think Sulwe does that. Sulwe teaches us that we have beauty on the inside and out. Then we can think about character traits to describe the character when we connect with them. When I connect with Sulwe, one of the first words that comes to mind as I think about her is spiritual. When she wants something, she prays at night to get it. I also think she's spontaneous. When the shooting star shows up in her bedroom, she hops on and she's ready for an adventure. I also think that makes her imaginative. And finally, I think that Sulwe is vibrant. She's a very bright character, and you just can't help but really care about her and feel joy as you love this story. Readers, you can do the same thing with the books that you're reading at home. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful story, and I hope that you keep reading, keep writing, and keep it up, New Jersey.